Damn it!
Can't find it.
Oh no, he can't find it. I've been calling it.
It's over here.
We don't hear it.
I completely believe why it took you guys an hour yesterday.
He just said that. Good Lord, Calvin.
I know.
It's weird because I sent you something earlier and you replied to it.
Test.
We got lots of B-roll on this episode.
Yeah. You guys already recorded?
Yeah,
Hell
you're the
yeah.
one that hit record.
Did I really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just bullshitting.
Nice.
Called
Talking
your phone
shit.
twice.
I'm sure. Welcome, Moves with Chill podcast. I am your host, Chill. Today we'll be doing our Attack on Anime, Attack on Titan episodes 66, 67, and 68 for your listening pleasure. I am joined by Colton, obviously Lee, and David.
What's up?
What's up?
This is obviously Lee.
Oi,
Obviously
boys.
Lee.
It's his surname.
Always the one coughing.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Can't help it. I got that COVID.
Got
Yeah.
that black lung pop.
Got that werewolf autism.
Working in
Werewolf
the
autism.
mine.
You don't know about werewolf autism?
I don't want to know about it. I don't need to.
Dave, you don't know about werewolf autism?
I don't.
Well, they've been doing it.
Listen, like the dogs are getting like contracting
They're putting-
autism.
They're putting autism in the dog food, okay? They've
Okay.
been doing it for years. And
Yeah.
when the dog eats the dog food, they get autism.
But what about when
bite
we
your
eat
kid,
the dogs?
Yeah.
When the dog bites your kid, he then gets autism through
Oh.
the dog bite. So it's like werewolf autism.
But what
So-
about when we eat the dogs and the
It
cats?
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's all
Okay.
cooked out.
Well, now I'm curious. Are they feeding it Tylenol?
No,
No, it's just-
the science
it's-
doesn't
That's a
support
separate
that.
thing.
It's concentrated autism.
That's
it's a
the
new
other
chemical.
way to get
They just
autism.
came out with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the same as AIDS in their chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Well, let's just jump right into
Episode 66.
episode 66, which is called Assault. The Scout regime and the Warriors face off as the Beast Titan joins the battle.
Yeah.
Though Peck is initially optimistic about Marley's chances, the arrival of Armin Arlet's colossal Titan changes the flow of combat when it wipes out all of the military reinforcements in Liberia's port. Porco impulsively splits away from the group to attack Aaron Yeager, giving Levi Ackerman the opportunity to topple the Beast Titan. Peck is soon overwhelmed by the scouts and is nearly killed before Falco intervenes. Gilliard manages to rip off the attack Titan's arms and sweeps it at its head. But Aaron blocks it from Laura Tiber's crystal, which is unexpectedly scratched by the Jaw Titan's claws. Oh, sorry. When the scouts' airship arrives to extract the soldiers, Gilliard attempts to switch targets, only to be caught by Mikasa Ackerman, who severs his Titan's legs. Aaron removes the Jaw Titan's remaining limbs before shoving Laura's crystal between its jaws. He forces its jaws to close the crack. He then forces its jaws closed to crack the crystal and swallow the blood and spinal fluid belonging to the Warhammer Titan. Realizing that Gilliard is next to be eaten, Falco and Gabby Braun begin shouting for Reiner, who wakes up in time to transform and distract Aaron. So what did you guys think of this episode?
This was a great episode.
Yeah.
It was super
Yeah.
action-packed.
Super
Yeah.
action packed. That's all I remember.
I mean, yeah, it was
a lot.
from
Yeah.
start to finish. I remember not understanding why the Colossal Titan went away instead of just coming in
And then
just blasting some shit. You know what I mean?
You're the colossal titan. You're the big dog on the block.
Right.
Walk around,
Stomp on some people.
swing that thing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Show 'em who
mean,
you are.
Yeah.
he'd probably have to walk quite a ways to find anybody that
4
survived.
Steps.
to-
4 steps.
I mean, but
Seriously.
when he initially landed,
Still steps.
though,
Can't he
true.
run?
Yeah, I mean, he's the colossal though. I don't know if he can run.
Sure he can.
He's got one speed.
Yeah,
Slow as shit.
yeah. But also,
Inevitable.
when he landed, it was like a nuke just had went off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to take him a little bit to
Yeah, but
And honestly,
From initial
the
impact.
explosion, because I think he basically came in by boat, and the explosion by the water caused enough of like a wave to wipe out the entire shoreline. So
and also their
that's half the
ships.
work already done.
Because they had their like naval fleet was all in that port, and they're like, oh yeah, we have them surrounded, and then nope.
No, you don't.
Not anymore.
No, you
Sorry.
have everything
Yeah.
gathered in the same area, so I can take it all out at once.
Right.
Thank you.
And then
Yeah, it just confuses me why he didn't continue the.
The march.
Yeah.
march towards. I think
Go
'cause-
help out.
Yeah. Well, my understanding, at least from what I took away, is that this is all on Aaron. You know what I mean? This was Aaron's plan. They hadn't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
Is kind of something that we learn later on.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those like, we're doing an initial attack, like boom, and then we're getting the heck out. So trying not to put too many of our, Titans in jeopardy.
Right.
So
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
gotcha. And then, man, the Jaw Titan, whenever he's jolting towards Aaron, and then all of a sudden he had never encountered any of the scout regiment before.
Right.
And so he was vastly overconfident in his abilities
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
what was going on.
Vastly
And it seems like they
underrated
have-
the,
Yeah.
the scout regiment.
They have
Exactly.
stepped their game up
Yeah.
in their equipment.
Well,
Yes.
they've been dealing with Titans since day one.
Right.
And
Right.
like one Titan to them is nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
Well-
it's a group of Titans that get you in dicey situations.
Sure.
That, and they have the new anti-personnel,
Anti-Titan weapons.
whatever
Yeah.
they call the
Those weapons
odium.
were awesome.
Yeah, those were amazing. Yeah. And all black, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of stealth covert
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Specifically for people.
yeah. So,
Dope.
yeah.
Pretty great. It was a great episode.
I agree. Ready to jump right into 67?
yeah.
All right. Probably the most bummer of the 3 episodes that we covered,
Right.
which is called The Assassin's Bullet. Tired after many battles in Liberia, Aaron Yeager beats back a wary Rhina Braun before retreating with Mikasa Ackerman to the Scout Regiment's airship. As the scouts retreat, Gabby Braun chases after them with Falco, trying to stop her. She manages to kill Lobov and figures out how to use his omnidirectional mobility gear to reel herself up onto the airship. Before Falco's brother Colt can stop them, Gabby retracts the wire, carrying both her and Falco up. Once on board, she manages to shoot Sasha Braun before she and Falco are overwhelmed by the scouts. After hearing her talk about carrying on Zeke Yeager's will, Jean brings the two into another room where Zeke is regenerating from the mock battle he had with Levi Ackerman, revealing that Zeke was actually working with the scouts. Everything had gone according to plan, barring a few miscalculations, specifically with the 2 children. However, Hanji Zo is unhappy with Aaron for forcing the scouts to come to his aid, and when Sasha passes away from her wounds, Jean blames Aaron's actions for her loss.
Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Pretty much a summary of the whole episode right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
we went from like action-packed episode to just straight downhill. It's
Yeah.
not a bad episode. It's just it's a bummer.
yeah.
It's
Because,
different. Night and day difference from speed and tone. And
Right.
I mean, they're taking it to them in that first episode and, working their magic. And this one's like, oh, shit, we just took a loss.
Yeah.
A big
A
loss.
big loss.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. It's not some people's favorite overall.
Yeah.
So, poor potato girl. Yeah.
No, it's
I now know. Remember, I
it's
talked
Levi.
about Kinsley
That's
at work, who loves this show.
right.
I now know when I said that Sasha was my favorite, why she would go. Yeah. I obviously knew something was coming, but
Yeah.
It's too bad.
damn.
Damn. So, what are you guys' feelings on Gabby?
I understand her
Logic.
logic and her emotional state.
Yeah.
I get it,
Yeah.
but seems kind of, I don't know, ill-advised. It's not
Act
gonna end
first,
that
think later kind of person.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
similar-
really.
Very similar to, I don't know, the main character.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah.
Just worked out a little better for Aaron because he's a Titan.
Yeah. So, And then Falco, not Falco. I think that they're getting ready to capture Falco as well, aren't they? And then it was a no-go. They had to abandon because he was trying to get one more Titan. He'd already ingested the Warhammer Titan, and then he was getting ready to try and get the Jaw Titan, and then intervene from being able to take yet another, transformed ability from Marley's forces and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, when you think about it, it's basically just chess pieces on a board for.
Yeah. Except when you
these
take the
other
piece,
side.
I can now do what you do,
Exactly.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Aaron's becoming very talented.
Yes, very much so. So, be interesting to see where he goes from this point forward.
Right, but he's also on a time limit, right?
Yeah, because we learned, and I think we did talk about that a little bit, where it's 15 years or
I thought it was
I thought
13.
it was
13
less,
or
12
something
or
like that.
13.
So if he has all the abilities
yeah.
and he dies, is the person that eats him, do they get all the abilities?
I would assume so.
I was going to say, how do they split him up again?
Yeah. Yeah, unless the only way that they could split them up again is that when anybody that's within Ymir's bloodline, not will randomly inherit one of the Titan abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's why they like to pass it along to someone they know who's going to get it.
yeah, because it's a gamble on
Right.
who's going to get it from there on. So
Exactly.
It's kind of like the siren powers in Borderlands a little bit.
yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of like Avatar as well.
Yeah, that too.
So, but, what else? So, what'd you guys think about, like, Zeke kind of revealing that he's actually working with?
That was super surprising.
Not so much like the people from Parody, but more so in line with Aaron.
Yeah.
Because obviously Levi and Zeke have a lot of resentment towards one another.
For obvious
Rightfully so.
reasons.
Yeah.
Right, rightfully so. So, but
Yeah. I see Levi getting busy at some point
yeah,
on Beastman.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
because he even says he's like standing over him too. He's like, "Hey, we're still not finished with this between us, even though we're momentarily aligned."
Yeah.
It's
Common enemy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good shit.
cool. On to the next.
On to the next.
Okay. And our final episode for this episode is episode 68, which is titled Brave Volunteers. 3 years ago, Parody Island captured the crew of a Marleyan ship thanks to the assistance of anti-Marleyan volunteers who betrayed their fellow crew members. With the volunteers ship, the scout regiment learns what Marley's military capabilities are and are able to construct a port of their own. The volunteers were assembled by Zeke Yeager, who relays a plan to protect the Eldian people through them. Aaron correctly concludes that Zeke has discovered how to work with Karl Fritz's vow to renounce war, and that the two of them together could use the threat of waking the Wall Titans to hold the rest of the world at bay. In the present, Sasha Braun is mourned by her family, including Niccolo, one of the captured Marleyans who is now allowed to work as a chef. Wanting to connect with her grieving family, he invites them to eat where he works. Meanwhile, Levi shows Zeke where he will be staying in a fortress of giant trees, and Dot Pixis has the anti-Marleyan volunteers detained in order to keep Zeke on a short lease. He is apologetic that he cannot afford to trust them given how helpful they have been in the past years. Armin is still saddened by the recent raid on Liberia, but feels that they had no choice and compares it to Annie Lionheart's experience as he talks to her in her crystal.
I still wonder what the hell's going to go on with her.
Yeah. Because she's just,
Chilling.
again,
Literally.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
off the board, off to the side.
Yeah.
So,
And she's
She
been
was
that way
such
for
a
like
great character too.
yeah.
Just I don't understand just putting her on the shelf.
Right.
Whatever.
yeah,
How do
for about like 20 years now?
No.
Not that long?
No, because Aaron only has
Aaron-
his ability for 13. So.
Oh.
It's only been a couple of years.
Yeah,
Three or four.
3 or 4, and then
Yeah.
I think they even this kind of shows the we already kind of talked about it briefly, but the Marley and soldiers coming over, and I love Hanji is just like super ecstatic about all of these advances in technology that
Right.
the Marley and the rest of the world have basically come up with like airships and
Right.
all this other stuff. So
Yep.
and that's how. I mean, it's a little unrealistic that they were able to build like multiple airships and a full port and all this other
A
stuff.
Navy.
Yeah, a fleet. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy they're introducing airships into it now.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of like a mid-modern world
Like a World War One type.
industrial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without planes, just
Yeah.
yeah.
going through their own industrial revolution.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Don't worry, it'll have consequences.
yeah, I'm sure
That'd be
they always
great.
do.
That'd be great.
So, and then, yeah, with the chef, I feel that our potato girl finally found somebody that could suit her needs. With the
Too bad it was too late.
yeah,
Yeah.
too little, yeah,
Damn.
and then of course we're continuing on our rivalry between Zeke and Levi,
Yeah.
and oh yeah, what better place to put me than someplace that completely advantages.
Somebody with ODM gear.
Exactly.
Right.
Someplace
How
I can't
convenient.
throw anything. Yeah. So. Yeah. Final thoughts on
Well, I
these
mean,
episodes?
again, I think that the first episode was just
the best.
it was the highlight of
Yeah.
these episodes.
Yeah.
I get the come down, and it was a bummer.
With Sasha.
But yeah, that first episode, I felt like we really moved the story along,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it like stalled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like it was such a rush though, because you're coming off of that high of like, oh crap, like time has clearly changed,
Yeah.
and we're being thrust into the perspective of 3 new protagonists. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's almost like rebooting a TV show with like, oh, these are the same characters, but they're not the main characters.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
I will say that the show's pretty crazy. How every season it just is like
World flip.
It's a world flip, completely different. That one show reminds me of is Alias. I don't know if you ever watched that.
yeah.
But
Yep.
every season was just like completely different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like
One of
there was
her
one that was like a
many aliases.
apocalypse or something, right? Didn't they go through
don't
the
remember that.
apocalypse or something in
Probably
4 or
one of
5 or
One of those-
Oh yeah,
something
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Like it gets real science fiction-y.
Yeah.
It goes from like spy stuff to like science fiction-y.
Yeah.
So I like that this is like moving along. So we were like almost in medieval times.
Yeah.
That's what
They
it
use
felt like.
they
When
use like gas
when
to
we first started, when we're in, what was the name of the first town?
The first town.
Shigamshina.
Yeah, there you go.
When we're in Shigamshina, it felt like maybe post medieval, but pre-industrial revolution
right.
Yeah.
atmosphere,
Yeah.
and it
Stone houses
exactly
and torches.
You're
and-
talking cobblers and
Yeah, like no electricity, no anything like that.
Yeah.
And now we're
now
airships
we're,
and
now we're in the 19
black uniforms with
1910s.
guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean,
And we
it's-
did have they did have like single shot rifles and stuff, and also there was
Yeah, like powder
the
rifles.
guys with the pistols too
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
like season 3. But
Yeah, but they could only shoot like one time, and they had to reload.
Reload.
They're basically like flintlocks.
yeah.
What so is this just set in an alternate universe, or is this
So
post-apocalyptic? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, where does it fall?
So this is different universe. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And one thing that I wanted to point out that
Wait a minute.
we talked about,
Titans aren't real.
right?
No way.
Crazy. But one thing that you guys brought up that has always stuck with me, especially when we were in the first couple seasons, where they were like, I want to see what the world is like. Like, are we on like Australia?
Yeah.
As what one of
Right.
you guys was
I
saying.
wanna see a
like,
map.
that is like spot on, because from then on, I was like, holy shit, we are in, like, they are in Australia of the entire world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. I
It's
don't
crazy.
know. Something that I've
Basically,
always...
what Australia was is a penal colony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Just not surrounded by
By
walls
Titans.
of Titans.
yeah. So,
Okay, yeah.
based on where we're at now, you guys have any
Dude, I have no
connections?
idea what's going to go on.
No,
I know.
and they flipped it so many times. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see the end game. Like, I don't understand what the end game is. After we hit the cellar,
Yeah.
we've lost all direction. I feel like
Okay.
yeah, I agree with that.
we were
I think
traveling in such a straight line, and then we turned into buckshot.
I think it will. I think it will figure itself out.
Well, I'm sure it will.
but it just I have no idea.
I have no idea where it's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
What the end looks like.
Because right now
Yeah.
we have, the rest of the world along with Marley and then, our season 4 protagonist, if you will.
Yeah.
And then you also have Aaron and, our old crew. And we're starting to clash now.
Yeah.
And Gabby and her friend, I cannot think of his name, are on Paradis Island. And I think even in this episode, the friend and Gabby are like they escape someplace and then they go, and don't they go to like some, or am I just no, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Lee's looking at me like, I don't remember this at
I
all.
don't remember shit.
Just giving him the slow blink. Like,
Oops. So,
what?
what? Well, let's just jump right into ratings for these three.
Let's see. It definitely started off hot and then cooled significantly as it went along for these 3 episodes.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to rate that. It's a sliding scale.
I would say that this is the Predator Badlands compared to season 3 with Predator. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where you guys don't know what I'm saying 'cause you
No.
haven't watched the movie yet.
No.
Nope.
It's
Not a clue.
It's still within the universe, but it's a completely different feel.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Where are we going next?
Where are we going
Yeah,
next?
what's going to happen next?
Are you guys gonna give your reviews?
Dude, my review was hot to cold. Like started
Yeah.
out of the gate really
So
well,
you-
like a fading dog racer, like on the dog
So,
track.
like,
He starts off, gets out of the gate hot,
I got
and
you.
then just fades
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
to middle of the pack.
So about 1 dog track out of 5.
No,
So it's you give it like a hot pocket.
No.
Where you took the first couple bites
Right.
and everything's really hot and it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
it's
this
not
is
bad.
great.
Yeah.
And then you get to that very end and it's still like cold side because the microwave didn't turn it all the
Right.
way. I got you.
the ham and cheese kind.
I'm going 2.5 out of 4 blue cups.
All right,
Starts off strong
Yeah.
and
kind of
then fades off. Yeah.
And then you get a
Yeah,
Italian
that's
ice.
exactly
that's
it.
Kiwi strawberry.
That's the Sasha cup.
Aw,
Poor Sasha.
poor Sasha. So, all right, Colton.
I'll give it a singular Sour Patch out of 5.
Wow. Ouch.
One Sour Patch.
One sour, like a watermelon sour.
Well, no, it's like one of those like bigger
Oh, the big
Sour
boys
Patches,
okay.
like the ones that are like.
Straws.
Well, yeah, sure, straws, where they start out sour and then
Okay.
Just
except
kinda-
like you reverse it. Wait, actually,
You don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
I
know what-
I don't.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our coverage of Attack on Titan. We're going to be finishing up our season here before long. Kind of a bummer, but also probably,
It's been a while.
about. It's been
Yeah.
a while. It's been a long road.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Ups and
we
downs.
could have finished this in a weekend.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta drag it out.
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right, man.
So we're going to be hitting 69, 70, and 71
Next.
next. So
All right, then.
we'll see you then.
Oi, oi, boys.
Boy.
Later.